You don't lose your life in a single moment. You lose it in small, unnoticed pieces every hour you waste, every decision you delay, every day you let slip away without a plan. Your future isn't stolen from you. It's surrendered. And if you want to take it back, you must start here. You must learn to plan your day so precisely, so intentionally, that life has no choice but to bow to your direction. Your day doesn't truly begin when the alarm rings. It begins long before that moment. The first decision of your day is not whether you get up, but whether you've already decided what you're waking up for. Most people think mornings are about waking up and reacting to whatever comes. But that is how you become a slave to circumstance. If you go to bed without a plan, you're giving permission for the world to decide what your next day will look like. You'll wake up and your mind will instantly be scattered. Emails pulling you in one direction, social media feeding you distractions, and your energy being spent before you even realize it's gone. When you don't own your morning, you don't own your life. It's that simple. The difference between those who lead and those who follow often begins in the first hour of the day. The people who rise with purpose have already set the tone before they've closed their eyes the night before. They know what matters most tomorrow, and they've mentally positioned themselves to tackle it. Their mind is primed. Their energy is ready. They're not scrambling to figure out what's important. They already know. And that clarity is what allows them to hit the ground running, while everyone else is stumbling out of bed trying to wake up. If your morning starts in chaos, you spend the rest of the day in recovery mode, trying to get back on track. But if your morning starts with intention, you carry momentum forward. You can't leave your mornings to chance, because mornings are not neutral. They're either fueling you or draining you. The first moments after waking are the most valuable because your brain is clear, your body is fresh, and your willpower is at its peak. What you choose to do in that golden window sets the tone for everything that follows. If you give your best energy to aimless scrolling, you've handed over your day to other people's priorities. If you start with a precise action toward your own goals, you've taken control before the world even gets a chance to interfere. This is why those who plan their mornings carefully are consistently more productive, more focused, and more fulfilled than those who simply see where the day goes. When you start without a plan, your mind becomes a battlefield for distractions. Every ping, every notification, every tiny request feels urgent because you have no anchor. You get pulled into reacting instead of creating. But when you know exactly what you're waking up to, distractions lose their power. You stop chasing things that don't matter because your mind is locked on the mission. And here's the truth. Most of the noise you deal with every day isn't urgent, it's just loud. Without a plan, loud always wins. With a plan, important wins. That is the difference between wasting your time and building a life. Your morning is the only part of your day you have complete control over. Before the emails, before the calls, before the demands of the world. That's why it's sacred. That's why it's non-negotiable. You must protect it like your future depends on it. Because it does. This isn't about becoming a morning person. This is about becoming a person who refuses to waste their highest energy on the smallest tasks. Whether your morning starts at 5 a.m. or 9 a.m., the principle is the same. Start with the most important thing. Attack your priorities before the world has a chance to attack your focus. And understand this. Planning your morning is not about control, It's about freedom. It's about freeing yourself from the trap of waking up already behind. It's about replacing uncertainty with confidence. It's about choosing the direction of your day before the day chooses it for you. Because once you step into the chaos of the outside world, you are no longer in full control. But if you've claimed your morning, if you've locked in your focus, if you've fed your mind and your body with purpose, you walk into the rest of the day as the one in command. That is how leaders are made. Not in the spotlight, not in the big moments, but in the quiet discipline of the morning, when no one is watching and the decision is yours alone. Vague intentions produce vague outcomes. That's the unshakable truth most people avoid, because it forces them to admit their goals aren't real goals. They're just wishes. Saying, "I want to be successful," is the same as saying, "I want the weather to be nice." There's no force behind it. There's no target. The human brain is wired to chase what it can clearly see. And when the vision is blurred, so is the effort. You can't wake up with a generic dream and expect specific results. Success doesn't come to people who hope for it. It comes to those who decide exactly what it looks like, write it down, and execute until it's done. Without clarity, your energy scatters like water spilled on the floor, going everywhere and getting nowhere. Clarity is more than knowing what you want. It's knowing exactly why you want it and when you're going to have it. Without a deadline, there is no urgency. Without a reason, there is no drive. When you don't have clarity, distractions win because everything feels equally important. You waste hours on things that have no real impact because there's no hierarchy in your priorities. But when you have a crystal, clear vision, distractions lose their grip. You stop entertaining opportunities that look good on the surface, but don't align with your purpose. You stop being pulled into other people's agendas because your own is already set in stone. Clarity is the filter through which every decision should pass. If it doesn't fit your mission, it doesn't deserve your time. Every single day should begin with a small but powerful ritual defining your top 3 priorities. Not 20, not 10, not even 5, 3. This forces you to separate what's truly essential from what's just noise. Most people live in constant overwhelm because they never take the time to define their musts. They drown in endless to-do lists that leave them feeling busy but not productive. But the people who win, who get results consistently, aren't doing everything. They're doing the right things. And they guard those things with ruthless focus. This isn't about working harder. This is about working sharper. When your goals are vague, you invite procrastination. You tell yourself, "I'll get to it when I have time." But time never just appears. It gets stolen by whatever distraction shouts the loudest. Clarity creates a built-in defense against this. It gives you the ability to say, "No, this is my priority right now, and nothing else comes first." That single decision to protect your main objective will change how you use every hour. It transforms how you view interruptions, because every interruption now has a cost. Without clarity, you can't see the cost, you just let life happen to you. With clarity, you realize that every detour takes you further from your target. And once you feel the pain of losing ground on something that matters deeply to you, you stop tolerating it. Clarity also fuels motivation in a way nothing else can. It's not enough to know you should do something. You have to feel why it matters. That's what turns discipline from a burden into a weapon. When you can picture your goal vividly, see it, hear it, feel it, You no longer have to fight for motivation. It becomes automatic because your brain has been given a clear destination. Without that mental picture, work feels pointless and effort feels empty. But when every action has a direct line to your vision, you approach your day with a different energy. You're not just checking boxes. You're building something you can already see in your mind. And the truth is, clarity isn't something you find. It's something you create. It's the result of sitting down with yourself and asking hard questions. What do I really want? Why do I want it? What am I willing to sacrifice for it? What does winning look like? Specifically. Until you answer those questions, you'll keep moving in circles, chasing half-formed ideas, and wondering why nothing changes. But the moment you commit to a clear, specific, measurable target, your actions begin to align automatically. It's like setting a GPS. You stop wandering because the route is already chosen. That is the power of clarity. It makes every step count, every decision intentional, and every day a direct move toward the life you've decided is yours. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever have. Yet it's the one most people spend as if it were endless. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose opportunities and create new ones. But when you lose an hour, it's gone forever. No refund, no second chance. Every day, people say they don't have enough time, but the truth is, they do. The problem isn't the quantity, it's the quality of how they use it. You're not short on time, you're short on direction. And until you treat every hour like it's a piece of your life being traded away, you'll keep giving it to things that don't deserve it. We tell ourselves we're just relaxing when we scroll endlessly, but that's not relaxation. It's sedation. It's allowing your mind to be filled with other people's noise while your own goals sit untouched. It's pretending you have time to waste when deep down you know the clock is ticking. The dangerous thing about wasting time is that it doesn't hurt immediately. There's no alarm that goes off when you've let an hour slip away. But the damage is real and it compounds. One wasted day turns into a week. A week turns into a month. A month turns into a year of wondering where your life went. You don't lose your future in one big moment. You lose it in small, invisible thefts of your own time. That's why you have to structure your day with intention. Leaving your hours unguarded is like leaving your home unlocked and wondering why things go missing. Time is stolen in small, subtle ways. Just one more episode. Just 5 more minutes. Just one quick call. But those justs add up until the day is gone. The only way to protect yourself from this is to decide in advance what your day will look like. Break it into blocks. Work, learning, rest, movement, and guard those blocks as if someone were trying to take them from you. Because someone is. Every message, every request, every unnecessary meeting is an attempt to claim your time for someone else's benefit. And here's the truth. Most people will value your time only as much as you value it yourself. If you treat it as disposable, they will too. If you constantly say yes to things that don't serve your goals, you're training people to believe your time is up for grabs. But the moment you set boundaries, clear, unshakable boundaries, you send a message that your time is not free. You stop apologizing for protecting it. You stop feeling guilty for saying no. Because saying no to something meaningless is saying yes to something life-changing. Your time is not a public resource. It's the raw material of your future. When you start protecting your time, you discover a shift. Not just in productivity, but in identity. You stop being someone who reacts to life and become someone who directs it. You begin to see every hour as an investment, and like any smart investor, you start asking, what's the return on this? If a conversation, a task, or a meeting isn't giving you value, it's taking value away. And the price is higher than you think. Because you're not just losing the time spent, you're losing the opportunity to spend it on something that moves you forward. That's the hidden cost of wasted time. It doesn't just disappear, it steals from the things that could have changed your life. The secret is to treat your time like it's already scarce. Because it is. Imagine you had 24 gold coins to spend each day. Every time you say yes to something, you hand one over. At the end of the day, the coins are gone, whether you use them wisely or not. Most people spend them on things they don't even remember the next day. But the people who own their lives spend each coin with care, placing it where it will multiply. On work that matters, on relationships that inspire, on skills that last. And when you live this way, you stop feeling like time is slipping through your fingers. Instead, you feel it building into something solid, something powerful, something that belongs entirely to you. Most people live in chaos not because they lack ambition, but because they refuse to remove what doesn't matter. Their calendars are full, their minds are overloaded, and their energy is scattered across things that contribute nothing to the life they want. The truth is, you can't own your life if you allow it to be filled with the unnecessary. Every obligation, every task, every interaction either pulls you forward or holds you back. There's no in between. And yet, we cling to habits, routines, and relationships that drain us simply because we've never questioned them. Greatness requires subtraction, not just addition. It's not about doing more. It's about removing what blocks you from doing what truly matters. Take a hard look at your days. How much of your